essentially, the Bank of Japan has admitted that was the goal.
Why would they want to do that?
In order to have what follows, a massive long recession. I didn't expect it to be a 20-year recession. I mean, that's pretty brutal and crazy. But that's what they wanted.
Why did they want that?
In order to blow up the successful system. Japan was far too successful. It had to be destroyed, just like the German economy and others in the past.
Who wanted it destroyed and why?
Well, if you go back to Japan's relationships with other countries in the world in the 60s and 70s, particularly 70s and then early 80s, it became clear the one country that was most unhappy about Japan was the United States of America. They had one political initiative after another to try to force the Japanese to change their economic system.
Yeah, slow down.
Structural impediments initiative, this, that, and the other. No, this is unfair. You must change all your business practices. Now, officially, in terms of the economics, the argument was always, we want to help you become a stronger economy. Are you sure? It didn't work politically. So the central bank was used essentially as a traitor to blow up the system. It's the same in the Asian crisis, With the Asian crisis, I was at the time at the Asian Development Bank, and I was sent as an official representative to the government and central bank of Thailand to analyze what's going on with this Asian crisis and what are the right policies. And it so quickly emerged the same mechanism, the same goals as in Japan. This was to destroy the success, blow up the system, create a crash, create a crisis, and then also IMF forcing them to open up to foreign investment, and because there was so much strong growth and prosperity, but the Western big owners and banks didn't have any ownership in this. And the Asian crisis and Japan crisis, Korean crisis was a way to force it open, and then the West could buy it up very cheaply.
So you think that the Japanese recession was created, by the Bank of Japan, but with the encouragement of the West in order to slow down?
Yes, the U.S. and particularly the Fed. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I show in my book. There's no doubt about it, and there's been no contrary evidence or that anything in my book was incorrect.
So you write this book, published only in Japanese, at least at first. And it, as I said at the outset, rockets to the top of the bestseller list in Japan, beating Harry Potter, which is amazing. And then what happens?
Yes, what happened next?
And why haven't I read this book, and why is it not on our bestseller list?
Well, yeah. What happened next was, of course, in Japan, I was constantly being interviewed. I was by the daily press, by the weekly magazines, by the monthly magazines. I was given monthly columns. I was writing for years, every month in the Japanese Economist, in the Japanese Newsweek. I was on their television. There's some
in Japanese?
Yeah, it's all in Japanese. There was some big live shows.
So your Japanese is good enough to explain economics on TV?
もちろん、経済はもちろん説明できるんですよ。
I wonder how many of our viewers will know what you're saying. That's impressive.
And so, but it was all in Japanese, So it was, in the media. There was some way you could see there's some pressure being applied, some high-profile live Sunday TV shows like cancelled on the day, and then the senior executives inviting me around, embarrassed to try to explain. And the Japanese love the truth, so they did tell me the truth. Well, sorry, we had no choice. You see, our advertisers, the advertising revenue is very important, and it was it was our biggest advertiser, and told us Richard Werner can't be on this show. So you mean a company like Toyota, Canon, or something? Yeah, I can't say the name, but a company like that. Well, hang on. They have nothing against me. I have nothing against them. Why would they say that? Yeah, of course it's not them. And they also said that they have nothing against you, and we're all really sorry about this. But, is their bank saying that they have to say this? But hang on, I don't even criticize the banks because I show that it was the central. Well, yeah, you see, the bank had to say that because the central bank asked it to do so. So that's the chain of command, And so then I was cancelled in that show, or some magazine editions even.